Hey everybody, Kaori Takee over here with crazy ass hair, and I am with my pup, Wakame. What up, guys? What up? And today I am going to be talking about Telltale's Game of Thrones, episodes 1 through 6. Now, there's a lot of choices to be made, and based on the choices that you make, your next episode tends to have its consequences. So, it would take forever to make a video that basically tells you all my choices. So I basically chose the special stats and why I decided to pick those choices. So in the meantime, guys, remember that this is going to be a spoiler-filled review of the Telltale's Game of Thrones. And if you have already played the game, then come watch, comment below, and let me know what you chose and why. And if you haven't played it, then watch this after the fact, unless you don't really care to play it and you just want to hear what I chose and why and what kind of human being I truly am. Just kidding. So in the meantime, you guys got to know that if you hear some licking or some growling, never some growling, but grunting, it's my dog Wakame because she's very needy and she loves being pet and she loves me being around her. So that's what's happening right now. Anyway, so that's a side note. But anyway, okay, so the first special stat was I and 45% refuse to bend the knee to Ramsay Snow. So that means 55% of you decided to bend the knee to Ramsay Snow. I did not because as a viewer of the TV show, I cannot stand him and I refuse to do anything that would make him feel honorable. And I hate this guy. He's the biggest jerk ever. Of course, it had consequences in the game, but yeah, okay. And now I'm getting to my next one is I, along with only 8.8%, earned the name Ethan the Wise. Go figure. I mean, wow, that's an honor that I managed to earn Ethan the Wise. I do wonder what the other stats were, meaning what the other names you could have won, but acquired would have been, but Ethan the Wise. Now, what did you guys think of Ethan? For me, I was very disappointed with this character because he was, I guess, heir to the throne because they didn't know that Roderick was alive or Asher was alive, but he really was kind of lame and weak, and it was just really troubling. So, yeah. But it's really sad because, as you guys know, most of the foresters die trying to battle and save their family and their land. It's just really tragic. It's very Game of Thronesy, and I do really enjoy the fact that this Game of Thrones video game happens to intertwine characters that we are familiar with, whether you're reading the book or watching the TV show. But at the same time, they're foresters, so you don't really have to watch one or the other to actually enjoy the game, and you can enjoy the game in its own separate entity. Okay, the next choice, me and 30% chose Sir Royland as Sentinel, which is very curious because actually my iPad was struggling when I was playing this game. And I actually chose multiple times Duncan. I really prefer Duncan over Sir Royland, but in the end, it kind of worked out, I guess. But yeah, my reason for wanting to choose Sir Duncan was because he seemed more loyal. I guess that turns around further into the game, but I also know that if you end up choosing Sir Royland, then it's the other way around. So either way, you can't really lose. So the next choice was Talia told me and 6% that she hoped being Lord wouldn't change you. Well, I guess that goes hand in hand with that 8%. Only 6% of people had Talia tell them that. I don't really have much to say about that because I don't really think it changed anything, to be honest with you. Me and 62% told Cersei what she wanted to hear. That's pretty good because Cersei, you never know what she wants to hear because she's so conniving and she's such a scary woman. And I remember being scared of the choices and the things I would say if they were going to be the right ones to benefit my future in this game. I don't really remember what I asked her because I don't even remember if it was in episode 1 or episode 2. that all this occurred. Me and 37% risk telling Tyrion the truth despite Cersei's orders. Well, this is easy. The reason why I picked telling Tyrion the truth is because I really wanted Tyrion to be on my side. Tyrion is one of my favorite characters in the TV show, and I think a lot of people would agree that he's a really solid character, very smart, very wise, and you want him on your side at all times. Even when he's at his worst, you always have hope for him and think that he will somehow prevail and manage and succeed. So that's why I chose to tell Tyrion the truth, because I wanted him on my side, and that kind of mentality navigated from the TV show mentality onto my video game play. And I thought, look, if Tyrion makes it out, he's going to be happy that I told him the truth. So I would rather pick him over Cersei, because even though Cersei is conniving, she's got a lot of things on her side. I think Tyrion's smart enough to always have like the upper hand, even when you don't think he does. So that's why I chose Tyrion. Me and 91%, that's a huge percentage, murdered the Lannister guard to save Tom. I want to know what the 9% chose, why the 9% decided not to save Tom. Well, I didn't really know whether Tom had like a little crush on me or anything, but I felt that he was my only ally at the time. And when you're playing the game, you realize that he pretty much is the only ally. He's the only person that actually really cares about you. And we'll get to that later, but he ends up sacrificing his life, getting his ass kicked because he wants you to be okay, which I think means that he has a little crush on you. Or he's just lonely. I don't know. Poor guy. Poor Tom. I was glad you were on my side. Me and 38% told Cersei you did what you had to do. Yes, I did tell Cersei I did what I had to do, and I think Cersei respected that because Cersei also does what she has to do. I don't really have much to say more on that. Me and 65% didn't trust Jon with the secret of the North Grove. And the reason I didn't trust Jon with the secret of North Grove is nothing personal, Jon Snow. It's because it was a secret that was given to me by Lord Forrester at the time, and I didn't want to misuse his trust, even though he's long gone. And it's a Forrester secret that I didn't think Jon Snow really needed to know. If he was going to travel with me, that would have been a different story, but we know that he's not. And it was good to see Jon Snow in there, by the way. Okay. Me and 71% went to the wall against my will. Wait, who wants to go to the wall? I would love to know. 30% of you, or rather 29% of you, why did you decide that you went to the wall on your own will? Totally against my will. I was hoping that I would get out of it, but obviously Garrett is going to be at the wall through 6 episodes or 5 episodes. I guess he goes in towards the end of episode 1. The wall is not a good place to be. They treat you like crap. It's not a jolly place. So that's why I did not go there willingly. Well, me and 73% killed Brit in self-defense. Well, yeah, if you guys remember, Brit is a complete dickwad, and he was a complete jerk, and all he wanted to do was destroy you and backstab you and hurt you, and yet I was sitting there as Garrett trying to be the nice guy, trying to make him survive and make him be okay, but no, he wanted me gone. He almost killed me. If I didn't kill him, he would have killed me or really wounded me or something. There was no happy ending to this story. Me and 20% told Jon you tried to stop the fight with Brit. Okay, well, I guess I'm in the minority here. Only 20% told Jon Snow what happened. The reason why I did this was because I want Jon Snow to be on my side. And even though I didn't tell him exactly the story or the secret of the North Grove, I trusted him to believe me because there was already a common bond between me and Jon Snow. So I trusted him, and I wanted him to know the truth. So if it comes and bites me in the ass, he would have heard it. Well, 34%, along with myself, ran away from helping Bowen at the Red Wedding. I don't remember this. You guys can tell me which episode this was. It feels like so long ago. By the way, Game of Thrones video game, Telltale, coming out with a season 2, which is going to be so good. But I do want them to come out with Wolf Among Us season 2. They need some of that. And even though, even if they do come out with a season 2 for Wolf Among Us, we don't even know if Adam Harrington's character, Big B Wolf, is going to be a playable character. But I can't see who else I'd want to play as, right? But I mean, I guess that's the same thing with Walking Dead. We didn't have Lee as a playable character this time around, and we definitely missed Dave Fennoy being the character voice. But yeah. Okay, digress. Back to Game of Thrones season 1. You and 29% bowed to kiss Lord Whitehill's ring. Only reason why I did that, and I regret doing that, was because I was trying to make peace, and he was going to hurt somebody, and I didn't want them to get hurt, is why. When someone's going to get hurt, I will take pride to the side. 68% of myself submitted to Griff for the sake of the peace. Yeah. I see, that's what I was just talking about previously. I kissed the ring because I didn't want anyone to get hurt, so I submitted to Griff because I didn't want anyone to get hurt. And he's not the strongest character, this guy, Roderick. I had high hopes for him, but he just completely kept failing and disappointing me. You and 64% would not attack Ramsay. See, there you go. Again, Roderick being a weakling. So he did not attack Ramsay. I guess it was just kind of the momentum I was picking up from being Roderick's character, was just this character who was kind of noble and trying to do the right thing mentally. It's a calm, quiet strength where he doesn't have much physical strength. Obviously, he's crippled, but he has a lot of mental strength. Kind of backfired, though, because you'll see. You and 58%. This kind of surprised me. You and 58% sacrificed Roderick's life to save Asher. So only 58% sacrificed Roderick's life. So out there somewhere, there's 42% of people that actually really like Roderick. So I've always liked Asher from the second that you see him. I think he first comes up as the first character in episode 2, and I really liked Asher because he's a warrior and he's strong and he looks better than Roderick. So it was no question for me that when I had to choose one to be left behind, it was time to sacrifice Roderick, especially since he kept making these decisions that felt pathetic. Well, I made these decisions that felt pathetic, and he no one respected him or believed his strength in controlling the Forester land. So it was no question. Asher was the one. Me and 50% on the nail were honest with Daenerys when you first met. Because it's Daenerys. Enough said. You definitely want that woman on your side. Me and 18% told Daenerys you want to hire her second sons. Only 18%? Of course you'd want to hire her second sons, right? Strength. 43% stopped Beshka from killing her master to win Daenerys' favor. Well, I'm in the minority here, but yes, I did stop Beshka because I wanted Beshka not to have any regrets, and I felt like she was doing something out of complete rage, and she would learn to regret it later on in life. But I didn't know that Daenerys would be quite happy with what I decided to do, so it worked in my favor. 64% were rewarded with a chest of gold by Daenerys, as well as myself. Now, I don't know if I'm missing something, but that chest didn't do shit for me, so it didn't really matter, I guess. Maybe in the next season, all the choices will kind of progress and go all the way through and carry out to season 2, but no choices. Me and 75% promised to keep Sarah's bastard secret. Yeah, I mean, of course you're going to promise. Who are you going to tell? I mean, this is kind of something I feel in real life, too, is when someone tells me a secret, it's their secret, and it's none of my business to go around talking about it. You know what I mean? 87% as well as myself didn't tell Tarwick Sarah's secret. Same thing. No point. 65% took punishment from Marjorie rather than lie. Yeah, you know what? It's because I'm an honest person, and so when I'm honest, I even play in the gameplay, I'm like, nah, I need to let them know what happened and this is the truth. Because I always feel that lying backfires or it becomes kind of a thing where you have to continue lying and lying, so one lie leads to the next. So you might as well come clean from the get-go so you don't have to worry, rack your brain, cause anxiety. So yeah, I was like, no, this is what happened, Marjorie. 21% said getting Tyrion's contract wasn't worth Tom's life. Yeah, I guess I said that, huh? But yeah, I would agree. I don't know. It's hard to tell because Tyrion, who knows what he has in store, and Tom was a coal boy. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? I'm such an ass. 22% accepted Morgren's offer and sent Tom to his death. I thought there was going to be a way to be able to save Tom because I would have totally saved him. And I thought that when that scene where Tom dies, there was going to be an option for me to be like, no, 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 no. Because I would have totally done that. And so when he did die, I completely regretted my decision and felt like the complete jerk. But Morgren, you know, I hope there's a way for me to hurt him because he's such a jerk too. 14% sabotage your own plan to poison Lud. So I was quite in the minority because most of you guys succeeded where I was. Don't drink it, mother. I love you so much. 35% sacrifice Iron Gate to protect your small folks. At the end of the day, I'm sure everyone had the same result that most of y'all died, right? Right? And Asher, probably Roderick in your case, whoever, is alive by just a thread somewhere out there. End credits. And in the end, in the defense of House Forrester, you chose Sir Royland as your sentinel for his passion, knocked the poison from Lady Forrester's hand, butchered Cotter to strengthen Elsera's blood magic, kept your integrity but lost Marjorie's favor, submitted to Griff for the sake of peace, and 21% fought with fierce passion. Okay. So there you have it. Those are my stats for the Game of Thrones game. Let me know what games you want me to be reviewing. I know I'm going to be doing different kind of game reviews in different manners because obviously games don't have choices in a nutshell like this all the time. I, by the way, play all my Telltale games on an iPad. It comes out 2 days later, but it's worth it because you can really carry it with you anywhere you go. The only downside is I can't really stream it for you guys. But overall, I really enjoyed this game. I highly recommend it. I think all Telltale games are a bunch of fun, and they all have such a diverse kind of environment in them. You've got The Walking Dead, which is obviously talking about walkers and zombies and undead. And you got Game of Thrones, which has that medieval feeling. And then you have the fairy tale one, like The Wolf Among Us, which is honestly, The Wolf Among Us is by far my favorite one. And then you have the Minecraft story, which I haven't touched yet. And then you, of course, have Tales from the Borderland. And you've got the old ones like Jurassic Park and Back to the Future. So I highly recommend Telltale. Go check them out. And also, thank you so much for stopping over and listening to me ramble about the choices I made and the character choices that turned out to be based on my weird, crazy head. So, you know what you gotta do. Press that like button. Also, comment below. Tell a friend today. And subscribe. Follow me down there. All the information is down below. And yo, guys, tell me what you guys want me to review. And also, give me some questions because I'm going to be making a review. I'm going to be making a YouTube question answered video. I just had a brain fart. All right, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys very soon. And I hope you guys have a very, very, very happy weekend.